Alright, so we have made it to episode 5 of season 2. We're just going to jump right into it. This is going to be Fear, season 2, episode 5, or episode 15 if you're just counting it as total episodes. And we're going to be at Serentity Lake. I know, buddy. I'm to go shoot this today, and Ray didn't want to move, so he gets to be in the video with me. Right, buddy? Yeah.
Serentity Lake Sanatorium was built as a sanatorium for tuberculosis.
Very often it was a death sentence.
Pigmen grew an obsession with
The staff lady that had been apparently raped and murdered.
When a body is not buried, the ghost will remain in that area.
Leave me alone.
I've been possessed.
Yes, you go, girl.
The contestants for tonight are Heather, Thomas, wearing what looks like a vintage YouTube t-shirt. Told you, man, time travelers.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Next up is Gabrielle, Antoine, then we have Creed, and finally we have April.
I think that this is going to be really good for me.
If there is something really scary that happens, I am already viewing myself as sort of a team leader.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I don't know how okay I'm gonna be alone in a place like this.
Say your prayers, I'll say mine.
And I'm gonna get that $5,000 in my pocket. Because you know what? That's another reason I try to do the spirit thing, because I'm in debt.
You know what? The dude was honest. After the introductions, we're shown that every single one of the contestants are taken to different areas in the hospital and must use a map to find their way to the safe house. And personally, I think that's a brilliant idea. And one by one, all the team members slowly filter into the safe house. The contestants then get the backstory on the hospital.
Dr. Ellison moved here with his wife, and while he was here, his wife contracted the disease, tuberculosis.
She did pass away, and this doctor had a very difficult time letting go of her, and apparently did hold on to her body for some number of days.
In the early years, there was a patient physically deformed. I guess that's how he got his name, Pigman. So they built a special room for him up in one of the attics.
Building, I was being chased. I don't know by what, by whom, I didn't look back. I just ran.
The inspectors came out, found the place abandoned. There was bodies around.
Who's going to the attic? Just gonna say that.
I think he's scared of the pig, man. First up, we have Heather heading towards Dr. Ellison's bedroom.
I hear footsteps.
Okay, sweetie, just stay calm.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Nothing to be afraid of, Heather.
Once she reaches Dr. Ellison's room, she's told to stand by as April heads out on her dare towards the children's ward.
I'm in the children's ward. Over.
I just want you to know I'm very sorry I have to read this to you right now.
April is then dared to kick balls back and forth in order to channel the spirits of dead children.
By rolling the balls in this room across the carpet, inviting the dead children to come out and play with you.
Oh, God.
I think one of the things I like about this episode, kind of like what I liked about the voodoo one, is they have a lot of the areas that are very familiar looking, so like houses and stuff like that. In terms of creep factor, I think it works pretty well. Heather is informed that for her dare, she must stand in front of the mirror and perform auto-writing to channel the spirit of Dr. Ellison's wife. There's a reason they've only used this like twice in the second episode of the first season and this one, because it's fucking stupid. Auto-writing.
I'm not here to hurt any of you. I'm just here to play.
After kicking around the balls for a while, she notices that some of the balls are kind of moving in strange directions.
And back towards me. This one ball is like just going everywhere. I keep hearing like something moving. Like,
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Heather then receives a spooky message from Dr. Ellison's wife.
Hello, do you copy me, Heather?
Heather, did you write on the paper? Oh, fuck.
And she said, beautiful.
Before she is told that she's completed her dare and can head back.
hello? Something's not right here.
April is also notified that her dare is complete, and luckily, because I personally feel she was about to freak out. Next up, Gabrielle and Creed must head over towards the basement of Dr. Ellison's house.
Like, don't end up alone with some dude.
We are inside the house. Whoa. Don't be jumping like that for bugs, dude.
Bug, yeah.
You gotta be jumping like that for real.
Appears to be a boarded up door.
When investigators searched this house for signs of Dr. Ellison after he vanished, they uncovered this hidden door.
And there's a mattress on the floor. There's a lot of stuff in here, old candles.
Upon investigating the room, Gabriella learns that, well, she's got to spend the whole day in this little room.
There are
Wait, stop, Arnold, stop what you're doing.
Purple, get out, and White, stay in. In a vain attempt to keep the memory of his wife alive, Dr. Ellison kept a small shrine of remembrances, braids of her hair,
and her ring fingers still wearing the wedding band.
Purple, close the door leading to the secret room with White inside and latch it. This is the bad part. She must now remain in this room for the next 20 hours with the radio turned off.
20 hours?
Yeah, Gabriella said you have to stay in here for 20 hours.
Don't lock that door, man. I'm serious.
You're gonna be okay, though, okay? You're cool.
Easy for you guys to say.
I'm already viewing myself as sort of a team leader.
I feel so bad.
I mean, I'll give Gabby this. She's like, all right. After Creed locks Gabrielle in the room, he heads back to the safe house for the end of night one. We're then shown Gabrielle just kind of hanging out in her room for a couple hours.
20 hours, man. What the is that? I feel like the only thing I can do is sleep. How is that even a possibility?
They did it better this time than they did originally with the prison, because they at least left her keep the radio. At the beginning of night two, Creed is then told to go back to Dr. Ellison's house to release Gabrielle. And Gabrielle is very, very happy to see Creed.
I feel like a bastard for leaving you in here.
No, don't worry about it, dude. I'm just so glad you came back.
Come here. Come here. You did it. You got it, baby.
And rightfully so, she cries when the minute she gets back to the safe house.
You bow to no one.
It just was a very sad house. Yes. Like the energy in there was so sad, and by being there so long, it was permeating.
However, she's not given a moment's rest as Gabby, Heather, and Thomas must head out to check out the Weldon house. Once there, the three of them must perform a ritual.
It's definitely getting much hotter.
Yeah, it is. It is warmed up so
I'm
much.
starting to sweat.
Okay, calm down.
I'm good. I'm just
We gotta get this over and done with.
Yep, that's right.
This episode's got it all, man. Locking people in rooms all night, seances. The only thing they haven't done is ritual sacrifice. Yet.
You are about to invite a spirit to enter your body. White will be the channeler through whom the spirit will speak.
Oh, God.
Okay, one recommendation, when you watch this show, don't watch the previews ahead of time. Because they do kind of ruin, the end of episode previews, they kind of ruin part of the episodes.
I invite the spirits here to come forth. I willingly give myself over to you.
During the ritual, Gabrielle starts to freak the fuck out.
I understand, Abraham. I understand.
Pain.
Yeah, I understand.
Pain.
Was it worth the 5,000, Gabby? Was it worth the 5,000? Now that you're fucking possessed by Private Abraham, or whatever the fuck his name was?
Okay. It's okay.
What did she do to you?
She was such a bitch.
I'm gonna fucking clip that. That was funny.
She was such a bitch. She was such a bitch. She was such a bitch.
After Gabrielle gets possessed.
In 2 days, I've spent 20 hours alone in a room in the dark. And I've been possessed. What do you mean? I got possessed.
Gabrielle and Heather are allowed to head back to the safe house. However, Thomas is then informed that he must wait.
Come on, girl.
Yes.
We believe
I just
you.
got possessed.
What do you mean? I got possessed.
Thomas is then informed he must investigate the upstairs storage room. However, after going about 3 feet, he decides that's just not gonna happen.
No, sir!
Yo. God, that was so scary.
I'm coming. I'm not coming to hurt anyone. Okay, I'm... This is not worth $5,000.
Yes, it is. You're just gonna be fine.
You don't want to quit. You can do this.
$5,000 is not worth this much to me, and there's something evil there, and I can't
Thomas feels like he can't do it and is chased all the way back to the safe house.
Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Screw it.
And unfortunately, this is the end of his journey. You a bitch. Gabby spent 20 hours.
He's not possessed.
Whenever I picture these people running, have you ever seen The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox? If you haven't, that's a really good fucking movie. It's a Peter Jackson movie, great movie. But anytime these people are running, I just imagine like the ghosts from Frighteners. Not the bad guy, but like just the random ghosts just running through. In his stead, Creed must head to the upstairs area.
I see the crosses on the doors.
This marks were a sign for the angel of death to come and claim the victim inside.
And because summoning demons wasn't enough, they have the son of a preacher man.
The son of a preacher man.
Attempt to conjure up the angel of fucking death. Seriously.
You will now attempt to call back the angel of death.
That is just plain wrong. I know who's protecting me, so I'm fine. I got the faith.
While Creed attempts to summon the angel of death, April's worst fears comes to pass as she is summoned to the pigman's room.
I'm not going up there.
Okay, Purple, I'm now leaving you. I'm going on to my dare. I need you to stay strong with me. I'm getting a little scared and just keep me strong, okay?
I got people praying for us all over the place, so we'll be all right, okay?
Won't lie though, this is the best episode in my opinion so far. We cut back and forth between Creed and April. Creed feels that there's somebody in the hall. April is mustering up the courage to go visit the pigman.
There's somebody in the hallway. Stop it. Leave me alone.
I don't think I can do this.
Unfortunately, the fear was too much and April decides to quit. In her stead, Antoine must pay a visit to the pigman. Meanwhile, Creed, for lack of a better word, seems to have summoned the angel of death.
The angel of death.
I saw some kind of phantom
Ghost?
walk past behind my door, and it felt like it came straight into me. It was a figure of a woman.
You got it, buddy. You got it, okay? Gather all your equipment and come right back.
And after summoning the fucking Grim Reaper themselves, Creed is then notified that his dare is complete.
You will now conduct an investigation to determine which of these 6 rooms is the hot spot for the pigman's haunting. Use the UV powder to detect signs of a wandering spirit.
Sprinkle the UV powder just inside the doorway of the room you're in now.
I got a real cold breeze coming through this door.
He then marks the door to the room that he believes that Pigman's ghost resides in and heads back to the safe house. And lucky for the remaining contestants, they have conquered this episode of fear.
I'm really glad I did it.
If I can do this, I can do anything.
Alright, so that was the second to last episode of the series, and I gotta be honest, I think that was the best episode so far. And I don't mean best as in like funniest, because there's definitely funnier episodes. I think if we're looking at overall creepy vibe mixed with like the ambiance, and I think it had the whole package. As of now, if you're gonna only watch one episode, this is the one I would say to watch if you're not looking to like laugh or for like the memes. Anyway, make sure to keep things light and rebellious, and I'll see you guys next week for the series finale of Fear. Right, buddy? You gonna show up for Fear? Are you gonna show up for Fear? I don't want to show